Both. This is recording audio and the video. Um, so we are. I'll probably mostly just be sort of talking at you. I might ask you questions or need you to jump in, but we're gonna start in. This is like the real page home screen with all the different products. Specifically, here we're targeting spend management, OpsTechnology, and we're targeting facilities where our assets are. So we'll start in spend management, which is right here. It's like the home page for it. This is where we enter all of our invoices. This is where we do our purchasing. So in the case that we're working with here, we have some assets that came from HD Supply. So I'll show you how we basically make an order from HD Supply. Is we go to that storefront, we click on HD Supply, and it brings us to an actual like online shopping catalog from HD Supply. For this instance, I'm just going to do some quick little fake, like you click on appliances. We've got a dishwasher that we're working with. I'll just pick one at random and add it to my cart. Maybe we'll do two. Just pick these two. We add them to our cart. We see that they're in my cart here. Click on that. And when I check out, submit cart here. This will not place my order, so I'm not worried about this. What this does is it takes the HD Supply cart and it sends it over into RealPage, right? Products are successfully added. Now my RealPage cart has those two dishwashers in it. So in RealPage, I have my two dishwashers, and from here, I could proceed to check out and make my payments. So ostensibly, I should be able to make orders from multiple vendors all in one big cart after I make all of my selections. I'm going to empty this for now because we don't need this. We've already got an order that we're going to work with. This was just sort of the preliminary. These are the first steps. Steve, anything that I might have missed there that is important for these next spots? No, right?
Nope. Nope.
Great. Okay, so we're going to empty this cart just because we don't want these sitting around. We don't want those dishwashers. So our shopping cart is clear, but normally we would check out there. So now I can show you the order that we actually already placed in the past. It's currently pending receipt of goods. I'll click on that too. I got a quick view over here. Okay. It's this one here, Steve?
Yeah.
Great. So this order was already placed. It's from HD Supply, just like we were looking at. We've got a garbage disposal, two air conditioners, well, two garbage disposals, two air conditioners, and one dishwasher. So of these items, we do not mark garbage disposals as assets, but air conditioners and dishwashers both require assets in our RealPage system. So what we'll do here is I'm going to have Steve jump in and help. This is what it would normally look like. We receive the air conditioners and the dishwasher, and we enter in our GL codes, our units, etc. So Steve, can you jump in and help me with this? I don't know my GL codes.
I have no mouse activity.
Just click somewhere on the screen. You'll be able to take it back.
Okay.
So he types in appliance, it gives us his options for appliance GL codes, and then he does the same thing for all these just to make sure that they've got the correct information in there.
All right. This one went up to 33A, I believe.
Then these are the units in OneSite where we know this dishwasher is in unit 33A.
Now this, I mean, these two ACs, one is in stock and one is in 45A. So I don't know how we would want to handle that.
You normally split it into two.
This is splitting it between sites, I think.
Do quantity.
More lines.
Yes. Here that they had the same ratio. That work? Can you then change to 50-50? And then you have to do all of the fields, maybe? Uh-oh. That's not right.
So
What if you hit quantity here? Because this is we lost our quantities, right? And if
I
you
don't
hit, what
know.
if you check off split by here? Is that gonna? There we go. Because now we can make these changes.
But
So I think,
that's it. It's
yeah, I
done.
think that's good.
Is that not equal 748?
Now, because it would need to end in 4 to
Oh,
double to 8, right?
yeah. Is it three? Oh, 374, not 347. All
So
right. So this one went into 45A. This one's not.
awesome. So what we did was we took those two air conditioners, we split them out separately so that there'd be two line items so we could put two different units on them.
Now, do we do an asset or in here or?
Yes. So there's two different ways to do assets. Um, the way in this module here in ops is the way that is currently broken. We're going to go through it just so we can see what it looks like today and why it's broken. And then afterwards, we're going to go through the way that we need to do it because it's broken the other way through
Okay.
facilities.
Should I create the assets manually first? Because when I do them here and they show up with their blank nothing assets that we end up deleting, I'm gonna then have to go in and manually create the assets and get an asset number. That asset number belongs in the buyer notes.
Okay, so we'll do that first then. So just for purposes of the recording, let me just jump in here, um, just to show exactly what you were talking about. So normally, what we would want to do at this point is we've got our assets ready to, or our invoice ready to go. We want to go to more actions and track assets. This button should take the information from our purchase here and create an asset record that gets sent over into our facilities information where we store our assets. That is not currently happening. And it's due in large part just to the fact that a lot of the information that we want in this system is not stored in OpsTechnology, right? So this description is a cool only air conditioner ST12RA1. Facilities doesn't know that that's an air conditioner, right? It says air conditioner in the description, but it is not. This is a pick list item air conditioner that is not equal to cool only air conditioner ST12RA1. If that makes sense. So when RealPage sends this information over into facilities, facilities doesn't know what to do with it. So what will end up happening is we'll get a dud item with no real information in it. So, Steve, go ahead and take over and add the new assets the manual way. So we hit that new asset button. It will populate an asset number automatically at the end of this process. So he doesn't enter that himself, but he will go through and he'll enter in all the information about this particular asset that needs to be stored in the system. It puts in the unit, the room that it's in within that unit. It's picking the category is sort of a mandatory process here. Item is a sub list from the category that was chosen.
But not
You'll
an
see,
appliance? Could it be
yeah, I
under
guess
HVAC or something?
I would try
Oh,
HVAC.
heating and cooling. Heating and cooling.
There you go. Air conditioner. So you can see
Yeah,
there
I
are
guess
like
that's what-
categories on the
I don't
left,
know
and
what
then
I don't know what make it is. I have to look on here.
okay. So you saw he just opened up the digital invoice It's a PDF. You
Got a
try.
skew, but I don't know. I think it's
That's
seasons, but I don't know.
that's okay. We can just use the SKU. There is a default option for unknown make, unknown model. If you need to get there, you can use Control Tab to shift between. That was because the screen share recording thing was blocking his tab access. So I believe if you scroll down, there should be an unknown. There we go. Unlisted or unknown for the make because it's not on the invoice. We don't have that information.
Model ST12RA1.
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Serial number, I think, is usually actually on the physical thing. Like I think the maintenance team would usually provide it.
Actually have it.
Oh, great. So this is like the serial number that's on the air conditioner physically. Um, Usually there's like a packing slip or something that the maintenance team gets when they receive the item and looks like
Serial number. Yeah. Okay. Is S no 0L81933013 C04002R0118. It is white. It is new. Asset notes. For the dive day. Let's see. Date purchased was, I believe, 5/16/24. It's probably installed on June 1. Warranty expiration date. We don't have that. Give it 5 years.
yeah, I don't know how long the warranty is. If you don't know it, we have like a default you can use, but if you feel good about 5 years, that works for me.
I don't know what. PO number RW516. So it's would be 74.
I believe you can skip cost to replace just in the future. It's not asterisk, so it's skippable.
So that's my asset, I think.
Great. So don't submit yet. I just want to show this off for a second because you can see that a lot of this information that was entered by Steve, our manager here, is not available in OpsTechnology, right? So OpsTechnology doesn't know the color of it. Steve knows that because he deals with the device itself. The serial number was on, I'm guessing, a piece of paper that Steve had in front of him when he entered this information. Is not in OpsTechnology, so that isn't able to come over um, other information. These pieces down here, I guess date installed wouldn't be available in OpsTech, but date purchased should be. PO number should come over, the price, the account. These pieces should all be coming from OpsTech, but some of it, like the color, like the item, the make, these are things that we saw are not available in there. So that's just a part of the process that we're trying to figure out right now. These do require some manual entry, and we're not like right now we have to do it in here. But ideally, there would be a way to do it through OpsTech so that we don't have to do it in this screen. And if you're feeling good to go, we can submit this asset. Yeah, go ahead.
What that was.
Ooh, we had an error there. What did it say? Site ID check logs. That's not great. We've never seen that error before. Just throw something in here. See if 400 API found, facilities asset API. Why would it be blocking us? I'm going to get rid of this special character here and just see if maybe that has anything to do with it. Any other special characters that might be tripping us up? Spaces at the beginning or end. Bummer. Going to cost to replace, might as well. Okay.
Oh.
Not sure what the thing was there, but maybe it was because you entered and then deleted a cost to replace. Like maybe it's not required, but because we entered something, it messed up the field. I don't know.
This is her old AC that died. We need to retire this.
Great. So the system knows that there was an AC in this unit already. We can't have two ACs in the same unit. So go ahead and take over and retire that one, Steve.
Let's see.
So that asset's retired, and now the new asset.
I didn't get the number. What number? I have to. Oh, 915.
Yeah. So the new asset created is asset number 915. And what Steve is going to do is he's going to take that number and put it over into the OpsTechnology asset or into the invoice. That way, the accounting team will know what asset number to look for to verify this air conditioner.
5A air conditioner. Asset number 915.
So he'll go through that process 3 times, once for each of these assets, and we'll have all of our assets in. So Steve, before we go through, because I don't think we'll need to record all 3 of these assets. Instead, can you show me one of the bum assets that we've already got in here? Like rather than creating a new one, we have dozens of bad ones.
Yeah.
We can search by going to, we know the item is import from ops, so we can just search for import.
Okay.
So these are examples of stuff that was imported from ops, and we can see rather than it saying air conditioner or refrigerator or something along those lines, the item is just called import from ops item. It's broken. When we view it, purchase price is 0. Purchase date is empty. This is information that is unequivocally available for sure in ops because that's where we make our purchases. So the prices should be there. The dates should be there. The GL code is there. Steve, did you manually enter that?
I imagine I manually entered it when I did the invoice. If I remember correctly, when I came in to edit these, they were not even editable. So
this information probably came over from ops, but asset category, hugely important. Item, one of the most important things. We don't know what this item is. We know that it has this GL code. We don't know what it cost. We know from the notes that were manually entered by Steve on the invoice that it's a tub replacement, which is really good. But if we were trying to report on this asset, we wouldn't know that it's a tub because it doesn't say tub here. And we wouldn't know that it's plumbing item because the category doesn't say plumbing. So this is what we're currently getting from ops, and it's obviously useless. The only thing that makes this of any value at all is the manual note entry that was done by the manager. So pretty clear why this is broken. And we can see on the asset that was just created, all this information was entered manually for number 915 that was just entered. So that's the problem we're having. We can see it all kind of there in black and white. This is what a good asset looks like. We have the category and the item, we have the purchase price and the dates all in, and this is the stuff that we just watched Steve, the property manager, put in manually. So that's the whole process, soup to nuts. Hopefully this recording is valuable. Steve, is there anything that we might have missed, or I think we're probably good to go on this recording?
I think so. I don't know if you wanted to just like show what happens here, because when you do create, like, it just doesn't give you any, it just doesn't give you anything. Like,
yeah, so this is what happens when we hit the create. There isn't even a field to enter the item or the category for these assets. We can't enter in the amount, the purchase price, the purchase date. That information should already be here, and it's not. So this is what happens when we do that, and this is the information that gets sent over to facilities and is obviously not super useful. I don't even know that the description is sent over, but based on the one we just looked at. So that's what it would be. We would track assets, create them, and we'd be able to put in the information that is actually pertinent. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to end this recording. We got everything that we needed to.